It's been a couple of days after the release of Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive, and apparently people are just now finding out how difficult the game can be. And by people, I mean me. No, really, it's a lot of people, but myself included. You guys would know if you've been watching the videos that we're playing on the hard difficulty, but we also have the Assassin class, which has a very hard rating on it as well. But I thought this was not going to be that bad because we've been pretty much steamrolling every single boss fight and mob that we come across. However, starting chapter 3 in the story, you start to run into a lot of tough bosses in the game. Some of these are so hard that people are saying they can only beat them if they play co-op or if they literally lock in and just focus on parrying and doing extreme evasive dodges. So today I thought we'd take a look at that bump in difficulty and see for ourselves how truly difficult things can get once you get to that story threshold on chapter 3. Of course, if you guys want to continue to see more content on this game here on the channel, just drop a like on the video, support your boy. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, man. Listen, I'm excited to be back. I know the goal in today's video is to check out some of the crazy bosses that are in game that people... Oh, god damn, baby girl. What's up? How you doing?
Over here, I think.
Yeah. No, you know. You don't think you know. I swear it was an accident. At this point, it sounds intentional. No, I'm really innocent. I might be bricked. So like I was saying, I know the purpose of this video is to see these crazy boss fights that people were talking about on this game, but we have to do some things first. First, we have to go into the world map. I wanted to show you guys that off camera, I actually went through chapter 1 and got all the stuff done, but I did not do this train to become a formidable combatant. Okay, I wanted to do this together because this seemed like it was gonna be pretty cool and I wanted to show it to you guys on cam. All right. So we are inside the subway station, my brother. This thing looks amazing down here. Let's take a look how these minions are going to function. We're doing a decent amount of damage to them. All right, you guys know the vibe. We are going to keep following the main objective, and I will let you guys know whenever we get to something pretty cool, aka the boss fight, probably. When you take a look at this, it seems that I can investigate here. We acquired the frozen darkness. That's pretty intriguing. So look at the top right hand corner, we have entries unlocked 1 out of 10. I honestly stumbled on this by chance, so I don't know. I guess I'm literally gonna have to explore every little nook and cranny of this area to try to find these hidden objectives, if you will. Well, here's the mini boss. Haven't been able to find anything else just yet, guys, so we'll try to do this and get this over quickly. Now hopefully, I'm hoping that we'll get a record of stone, because I'll be honest with you guys, I forgot to do something that we should have done in the last video, but I overlooked, and I'll explain what it is in a bit. Now we are doing pretty decent damage to this boss over here by, you know, basically just targeting his back and getting his back attacks, so everything's going pretty swell so far. I'm avoiding using our daggers because unfortunately our daggers are just not that great right now. This katana that we have is our better weapon, right? But we got that done. And of course, it would not give us a record of stone or whatever. It was... No, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. I think there were some of those objectives that were optional that we could complete back there. Yeah, basically, there's another one here, chat. There's like 10 total. I kind of feel like restarting, honestly, but... Oh, well, we'll just get this done, and I'll do it on my own time. All right, fellas, we've made it to the actual boss area here. All right. This thing still looks pretty menacing, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I hate snakes. I really do. So as you guys can tell, I've only unlocked 4 out of the 10 entries that we can get. And this boss is... Wow, he's pretty tanky. I'll be honest. Pretty tanky. Let's go ahead and use our ultimate here. And hopefully we do a substantial amount of damage. Well, actually, wait a minute. Yeah. All right, let's use this to scorch him up. That way he'll take residual burn damage. Go ahead and use this. All right. So far, actually, we're doing pretty good, dude. Dodge out the way there. Now, we are getting hit, but it's not staggering us, so we're pretty much good. Okay, I tried to block that, but that was a little too late. I'm honestly very surprised. Let's go ahead and back with some more scorch damage, my brother, but very surprised at the damage that we're doing and dishing out to this guy, bro. Like, we're doing a really good amount of damage. This is nuts. All right, we'll go ahead and just keep stacking this scorch damage on him. And baby girl is healing us up right now, so we're doing Bro, we're doing exceptionally well. I gotta hand it to myself, right? Bro, are you serious?
Faster than the wind.
He knocked me out the air while I was trying to do my ability. That is actually insane. All right, and there you go, chat. We got that done. Super easy. Super easy. A little too easy, honestly. So over here, it seems that you can investigate this little, like, abandoned train thing. And I think that's it. I can't really find anything else. I don't know. Maybe I'll do another run. I'll try to show you guys every location of these things, but my first run, I only managed to get 5, which is unfortunate. Look, there's another one actually, right over here. You see that? So there's another one. So there was 2 here. Well, whatever. I guess for our first run, it wasn't that bad. All right, very nice you. Very nice you, chat. Got a double S rank rating. First time clear rewards are pretty nice you as well. So take a look. We got Kasaka's Venom Fangs. This is a potion alchemy material. All right, wanted to show you guys, if we go into our character and then we swap on over to this screen, we literally have a bunch of equipment, as you guys can tell, that we have not actually utilized nor equipped. So I would go through each and single one of them, excuse me, but I'm just going to utilize this equip recommended button, and the game will choose the best gear slotted items for us currently. So obviously, like in any RPG game, we do have set bonuses on this game. For example, we have a 2 set bonus for the apprentice mage items that we have, which increases our attack ever so slightly. Now, if we go into the skill tree, I wanted to let you guys know that I did actually equip and purchase this critical hit increase ability, just because our go-to literally is back attacks, and this one specifically increases our critical hit rate when attacking from behind. So it's a win-win situation, especially considering that our build assassin scales off of our agility stat over here, as you guys can see, which increases our critical hit rate, hit damage, and the amount of time we have to activate extreme evasion, which is good. Now, with the Venom Fang item that we just got from completing that mission in the world map, we can make this Kasaka Venom Fang potion, which allows us to have a small chance to inflict a poison effect on hit for a certain amount of time. So we'll go ahead and equip that, and there you go. Now, the cool part is, it seems that as you grind through bosses and unlock the boss's items, you'll be able to change the modifier on your base HP. So I love the fact that we can enhance our potion, right, to improve or boost our recovery rate, our usage count as well, it seems, at one point. But even beyond that, will be able to give us a supplemental aid, like, you know, Kasaka's Venom Fang's poison effect, and any other, again, bonus from these other items that we can get from bosses. So I decided to do something a little bit different here. As you guys can see, we are in a co-op lobby with other players. These guys are also grinding this boss, so I thought I'd join them, because maybe by joining them, I can get all those entries collected and they know where to go. All right, take a look. This is super cool. I'm very curious to see how this will work out, because since we have so many of us, like, oh, I thought we were just gonna be obliterating these NPCs, but not really. I mean, don't get me wrong, we're doing a great amount of damage, but I just thought with like 4 of us here, like, these things were just gonna be like getting mollywopped. I mean, they are, but not like one-shotted. Now, you guys also take a look at the top right-hand corner, you realize that those entries we got on our first run actually saved on over on this run as well. So this is definitely gonna make things a whole lot easier for us here. Man, co-op is pretty lit, I'm not gonna lie. This is pretty lit. All right, we just got the boss done. I'm actually glad that this is all going super smooth, because I've heard so many people yap about this. This is the investigation spot I missed last time, but yeah, I'm glad it's going super smooth, because so many people have been yapping about this game, and dude, I don't know where this next investigation point is going to be here. Maybe that's everything, but anyway, yeah, this game has been getting so much unwarranted hate. It's actually crazy, bro. People are talking about like, oh, co-op is nice when it works. And it's like, it's my first game, and obviously this is working flawlessly. I don't know. People are just like, again, just really hating on this game hard. I don't know why. You would think people would be happy that we get a game that looks as good as this does. Yes, it has a mobile variant, but this one, you don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to try your luck, to try to get weapons and characters. You just pay $40, enjoy a different type of kind of story, different types of mechanics, and you have access to all the weapons and bosses. You just gotta grind, right? And get the characters and things like that. But I don't know. That's just my 2 cents, guys. Oh, look, I found another one of the investigation points. This one was over here in this second stage. So now I'm just missing 2, but these things are like difficult to spot out, dude. They really are. All right, guys, we just got the boss fight done. I saved you the hassle of watching it because it was like super repetitive, right? I think if there's a ranking system, we should have gotten first place because I don't know. I feel like these guys weren't doing much damage compared to me. All right, let's check this out. What the? All right, no ranking system with your co-op partners. Unfortunate. We did level up though, and we only need 2 more of those material thingies to complete it. I don't know. We'll see what we can do. Oh, actually, yes, they did have a ranking system. Okay, guys, I found another investigation point. This time around solo dolo. So this is gonna be near these escalators here, and you guys can basically just get the reference point of the location. But it's over here. Yeah, this one was really tough to figure out, but again, that's gonna be on the first stage. All right, this is on floor 2, and here's the last one. My goodness gracious, we finally got all of them done. So on floor 2, you just want to go back to the spawn point. I'll show you guys what I mean. Basically, you'll spawn over here, and you just want to make your way up there. And once you're up here, again, just keep going up all the way up, and you'll find this. Interact with that, and that's your last entry. So we got that done. We just got the mission done, and nothing really out of the ordinary. Not really quite too sure what we just did by getting all those things done, but we collected them all. So I've just spent the last fair bit of time actually grinding. Show you guys basically what I did. We're gonna go into Jinwoo's weapon crafting here, and we are gonna make some new daggers. As you guys can see, these are called the Kasaka's Venom Fang 2. Obviously, we just got the Venom Fang earlier, but I was actually missing some of the materials, notably the deformed broken sword. I actually ended up getting these from doing chapter 2 with the Encore mission, Blue Venom Fang Kasaka, right? Let's craft these first before we continue yapping. And I give you guys some advice, if you will, but let's go ahead and hold down the square button, and we would want to unequip our weapon, of course. And there you go. Let's get it. This is our first grade C weapon, chat. Our first crafted weapon, baby. Yes, sir. Let's go, baby. Now, the reason why I'm really happy about this is because if you guys take a look, our Kasaka's Venom Fang is going to do 183 damage now, which is going to be more than our Razan's Blade 1. Previously, our Kasaka's Venom Fang, I think it did like 103 damage. So I wasn't really using it because it wasn't that good, but now we can depend on our dagger a little bit more instead of just like, you know, going guns blazing on Razan's blade. So if I go back into the world map here and I go into chapter 2, I'll show you guys that basically there's always like people doing this mission in the co-op list. Right now there's not a lot of them, but I was able to do it with some peeps on the 2-star, which is actually not even that difficult doing solo dolo, and I'll show you guys right now. It's actually pretty funny because Johi, I don't know if you guys knew this, you probably didn't, but look when she runs. I don't know why they made the pontoon shot a thing with her, but yeah, you can see pontoon shots, my boy, when you run around with Johi. Now, obviously, Johi is a support character, so she doesn't really do too much damage. In my team, my main damage dealer is going to be Song, as you guys can see. He does a decent amount of damage, and as you guys can tell, like, it's really not that hard at all. Mr. Song is our attack damage carry, my boy. Even his standard basic attacks do a good amount of damage. The only reason why we want to use Johi is for her heals. Her heals are actually very, very, very clutch. But otherwise than that, as you guys can tell, it's pretty easy. And by the way, Johi seems to have this mechanic where you can burst heal as well if you build up her stuff when you attack with her. As you guys can tell, we have like these little bar orb things above her HP bar. But yeah, overall very chill. You can do this online, do it on your own. It's not that hard to do it on your own. And we'll go ahead and use our ultimate here so you guys can see basically how this is gonna look. Wait, did I just get forced out of my ultimate? Bro, this thing is tripping, dude. All right, gentlemen, Song, it is time to wrap this up. Cooked him. No pun intended, right? It's literally that easy. You see, chat, we just got a deformed broken stone. It's a guaranteed drop every time you defeat him. And you get 2 on your first defeat because you get a guaranteed first time clear reward as well. That includes one of the deformed swords. So you get, you know, 2 for 1 basically on your first try. Needless to say, you get a really decent amount of XP from doing this mission. I just got to level 12 myself. I wanted to show you guys that I'm going to my hunters. You guys can see that obviously we only have Jinho, Johi, and then Mr. Song, right? So every character has their lane and role to fulfill, right? Jinho is a tank. You can tell by his stat loadout there. He doesn't really do too much damage. Has a whole lot of defense and has decent HP. Johi is a bona fide support. She has decent attack, you know, average defense, good HP, but obviously you saw how much damage she was doing. It was done compared to Mr. Song. And the main man himself, Mr. Song, as you guys can tell, he's our ADC, right? Attack damage carry, man. That boy doing a lot of damage. It's crazy, okay? So I just wanted to point this out because obviously you also have like different weapons that you can give to your you know, support role characters or characters in general, because you have to mainly use them in certain battles, as you guys just saw. So they have their own craftable weapon tier list system. They also have their own growth upgrade system. They also have, you guys will see here, their own like equipment with accessories and sets that you can put on them. And obviously Song is the only one that I have stuff for, but that's not all. You can also level up their skills, as you guys are seeing right over here, right? You can choose the skill you want to level up, press the square button on it. It's gonna cost this skill up like consumable item that's denoted by the 7. We have, you know, 7 of them obviously, and you'll also need some cash. But obviously this is really cool. You guys can see the progression path for the abilities. It'll become different abilities the more you upgrade a skill, which is awesome to me. Actually, I want to correct myself. It doesn't become different abilities. These are just letting you know that all your abilities will be upgraded to level 2, for example, if you were to spend here, level 3, etc, right? But anyways, I got all the stuff that I wanted to do out the way. Now it is time for us to go back into the main story. Let's get it. It's gonna be chapter 3, Gatekeeper, baby. A few days after making some sort of deal with Jinho.
I feel like you're getting a little full of yourself.
I'm not going to wait for you if you can't keep up.
Jinho, slow down!
Is it already over? A hidden quest. What I want and what I need. Random blessed loot box. No way. I can't believe I got an S rank item. Anyway, I should go in this time as well.
All right. Ooh, this is different. Okay, this is Daesung Tower. It's the outside to it. Bro, I'm telling you, the only thing that would have made this game better is if they fully allowed us to like free roam. That would have been so fuego. But being able to free roam like this is also pretty nice because, I mean, look, we can basically run all the way out here. Oh, well, that seems to be the limit, but pretty good amount of like free roaming, I guess you can say. Now a true sandbox though, that would have been peak. Anyway, let's go ahead and move over here.
If the key's level is the same as the dungeon rank, that would mean this is an S rank dungeon. I have no chance of surviving. I have a teleportation stone, so I'll use it as soon as things get too dangerous.
Ooh, there's Cerberus. Yo, these boss fights were something else, dude. They look so menacing. Damn. That's crazy, dude.
I refuse to let myself die here.
All right. I'm expecting to be mollywopping this boss because I'm like geared up correctly, you know what I mean? But maybe, Joey, why are you even healing me already? Maybe it's not the best idea to use a fire weapon on him, but we'll just, you know, we'll do our thing. Swap out to our dagger here. And, oh yeah. Oh my God. Yo, this amount of damage you're doing on us is crazy. All right, we'll use Kasuka's fangs here. Bro, we might get cooked, Chad. I'm not gonna lie.
I see it all.
We might get
no
cooked.
Use.
Hold on, let's heal up again. There's another HP potion here. Yeah, we're gonna have to depend on our dagger because our flame katana is not cutting it for us. It honestly isn't. I'm gonna have to focus and lock in on dodging and parrying as well because if we don't, this boss does way too much damage, man. Way too much. All right, I'm literally down to my last heal, guys. This boss is cooking me. I can't even commentate because it's cooking me that bad. These bosses are something else. I told you guys that people were saying these bosses were actually... Oh my God! Twin! I cannot dodge! Bro, I don't know how I'm still alive, dude. I really do not know. Joey, thank you for healing me like 50 million years later, baby girl. All right, chat, we're gonna have to like use this and get hit there and die. Wow. Yeah, let's try this again. I'm not changing my difficulty. I'm not going down. I'm not going down. We can get this done on hard. Okay, we can get this done on hard, but it's just gonna probably take a couple of tries. Dude, why are they restarting me outside of the boss battle? Like, how does that make any sense? All right. Whatever, I guess. All right, chat, we are giving this another shot. This time around, I am utilizing both of my weapons. I think that was one of the main things holding us back last time, is that I ended up just using one of my weapons instead of using both. So we're gonna use both, and maybe it'll work out. We did crash the boss there though, so that's great. Let's do this. Hit him with some scorch damage. Well, actually, it's not even scorching because he's a fire boss, so whatever. Oh my God, wait a minute. We gotta get out. We gotta get, bro, that's, ooh, I got lucky. I was gonna say that's gonna hurt, but no, we didn't get hit there. All right, guys, I literally am down to my last heal. This boss is, man, when he starts hitting you, dude, you can just like forget about it.
I'll strike you down.
Yeah, like right there. Like, what in the heck, bro? All right, let's hit him here. We'll try to get behind him and get some back attacks. That's probably gonna be our best bet right now. Yep, there you go. There you go. All right, great. That was a good amount of damage right there, chat. I think that's going to be the icing on the cake for this boss, is just to try to go behind him whenever possible and try to get him with those back attacks. Because otherwise, I don't see how you defeat this guy easily. I really don't. This guy is very tough, dude. All right, chat. We are literally almost defeated him. Oh, no! I wanted a parry, bro. I feel like parrying on controller is so difficult. I'm not even gonna lie. All right, we'll give it another shot. All right, guys, if we could just let him like not hit us right here, this run should be the run where we defeat him. Basically, we are pretty much cooking him, and there you go. We got him done, baby. Come on, baby. This is tough for no reason.
Well, if I really have become someone's avatar through this system, I'll swallow the system whole. Award 1, accept status recovery. Thanks. Now I know how strong I am. At this level, I'll die if I open those doors. I'll come back after I've gotten stronger.
All right, dungeon boss defeated. That was way too tough, dude. Way too tough. This stage looks mad dope, though. I don't know. I'm just a sucker for anything I see on this game, to be honest.
It was a good fight.
Everything just looks so good to me. All right, there you go. We got that done. We got an achievement for obtaining Jinwoo's weapon, so I'm not really too sure if we got a new weapon as a drop. Huh. I believe we did. Identity skill scroll. You can learn Jinwoo's Overdrive skill via the skill tree. Okay, but I'm interested in this. This is the Lycan Slayer 2. All right, we'll figure that out later. So we are basically almost level 14 now. That was tough, I guess, for that very reason, because literally chapter 3 consisted of only that one boss fight. Like, what the heck, Brody?
Hey, do you believe in fate?
Of course, baby girl, you're here for a reason, right?
No.
What?
Well, you're about to believe it. You've gained access to the talent recommendation list. There are plenty of top-notch hunters, so take a look. I'll help you assemble the ultimate team.
Oh, I think this is the recruit NPC. Yeah, this was locked, and we needed it to complete, chapter 3, so we finally unlocked it.
You can now recruit new hunters. Let's put all this excitement to use on your next adventure.
What the heck? She's adorable. All right, let's go ahead and click recruit so I can show you guys how this works. So basically, to my understanding, because I have seen some people talk about this, you can recruit hunters, and that's how you actually unlock more characters to play with. Remember, this is not a gacha. This is an RPG game, right? That's why it's called Arise Overdrive. This is the RPG version of the game. And you, can unlock characters in this game, but it's not that easy, apparently, at least for now. And I'll show you guys what I mean. You can use specific currencies, as it's telling you, from playing various game modes to recruit hunters. So they're literally making it kind of like how the manhwa and anime was, where you have to like recruit as if you were getting them on your guild hunters. And every hunter is gonna have different recruitment difficulties. Like these two are easy, right? Jinchul over here is going to be hard. If I go ahead and select him, you guys will see that I can use my hunt coins. I have a total of 600. If I use all of them, it's a 40% chance to succeed in his recruitment. If I don't use any of them, it's a 1.49% chance, and you get a limited amount of offers for each character. So for example, we can only do 3 offers on him, and then he'll go back into queue and another hunter will pop up in place of him, or maybe he might be back in rotation, who knows. But that's how it's gonna work, and I feel like that's actually pretty cool and solves the monotony behind unlocking characters and just steamrolling through the game's progression. So I feel like they have some really long-term plans with this game, and I think we should be getting a hefty amount of updates with how seemingly grindy the game looks and is, right? I'm very excited for the future of this game. Oh, by the way, also over here where you see the little face icon, apparently the hunter's condition also affects like your chances when you give him stuff to get him or her, right? For now, I'm not gonna bother recruiting anybody because I don't know which characters I should be going for, but I will try to do my due diligence and research and let you guys know possibly the next time we play. Now, another thing that was locked behind chapter 3, I believe, was minigames. Yeah, so here we go. We can play various minigames to earn rewards. Let's hit confirm here. And we have different minigames to play, and they require currency. But let's see the reward details for these things. I mean, yeah, you get hunt coins. Yeah, hunt coins is what you use to recruit, champions, hunters, whatever you want to call them. So I guess this works out. We'll play this one called Stack Higher, and we will see basically how this works. I guess you gotta like, oh man. Yeah, you gotta time when you drop down these bears and stack as high as possible. Now it does seem that we do have a timer and we do have lives as well. So we did really bad on our first try. I'm not gonna try anymore, but yeah, they have basically 3 different mini games that you can play, which I think is pretty cool. All right, let's take a look at the main story and see what's up next.
That
so chapter 4,
like a whole different guy.
my boy.
You're right.
You know what? I don't want to hear you guys yet. So yeah, we gotta get to level 11. I mean, we are level 11 actually, but basically, I don't even know why I headed upstairs. I'm whatever. Anyways, they want us to reach 20% completion on chapter 3, which we just unlocked. So we obviously don't have that, but that's our requirement or our prereq in order to play the next chapter. So they're literally gonna force you to do everything in this game. It's not optional to do the world. Ooh, it's an instance dungeon over here. But yeah, it's not optional to do these things basically. So we're gonna try the Steel Fan Lycan boss, if that's how you even pronounce it. This might go horribly wrong, I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's an instance dungeon. I was interested, and we'll see how it goes. All right, Jim, do not disappoint me, my boy. Oh my God, actually, wait a minute. Bro, now our dagger is doing disgusting amounts of damage right now, bro. That goes to show you how tough that boss fight we did with Cerberus was. Like, that was just absurd, dude.
Take this.
Wait, what? Wait, what? He has forms that he goes through? Oh, nah, bro. Well, I mean, hey, it don't matter. It don't matter. High key. It does not matter. We are just doing dubious amounts of damage, brother. Yo, he literally is swapping again. So what, does he get back all his HP? Oh, no, he doesn't. Oh, that man is soft. And we crashed this guy, broke his guard. And he basically dunsies here. All right, so that's one down. Then we just gotta take out his blue version. He should be good. This actually gets outside of his attack radius. There you go. Go back in there, chat. This guy should be very low to breaking as well, but I guess it wouldn't matter because he's literally cooked. There you go. Easy. Easy, easy. I'm very impressed with my Jinwoo, brother. All right, take a look at that. We got... Are you serious? I think we got a skin for one of our characters as a drop. What? All right, so watch this when these rewards populate over here. Let's take a look. Yeah, there you go. So this is Cobalt Blue. This is Taegyu's default hair. It's a costume for him. Nice. I guess that solves that question if you guys had it, right? Like, how do you unlock costumes? There you go. You can unlock them by defeating instances or probably just different bosses. Apparently, we unlocked Monarch Road over here. Just realized it's in the menu. What is this? I'm super confused by this. It says your journey to become a true monarch begins now. And we have like a bunch of different things here. Oh, I get it. I understand how this works. So if you guys take a look, this is a costume, right? This is our first reward at level 1 for the Monarch Road to becoming a true monarch. I wonder what's at the end over here. Damn. Wait, is that a skin for Yogi? Oh my God. Oh my God, brother. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I really like Yogi. Okay, I want to see what's at the end of this. Ooh, yo, we got another costume for Jinwoo. Oh my God, twin. I really don't want to spoil myself, so I'm just gonna like, let me see. I'm just gonna like, yeah, just drag it. Oh my God, take a look at this Jinwoo costume, chat. What? Urban Shadow. Bro, nah, this is sick. All right. At the very end, what the hell? How's the last reward a little like sticker? What? Oh, okay. Maybe they'll populate this with more stuff later, but basically how this will work is you see these tokens, right? These are gate tokens. These can be earned by clearing gates. And there's also other ways to gain them. Like I'll show you guys. Basically, if I go back and I go into achievements here, you guys can see like spending 10,000 gold gives us 10 of these gate tokens. So achievements is another way of you earning these. So we literally just got a couple of them, and unfortunately it's still not enough to get the first Jinwoo costume, but this is a really cool mechanic. I'll be honest with you, I thought the options we saw on our main menu was all there was to it, but no, it seems that they don't even show you what's locked off. Like when you unlock something new, it'll just populate in your main menu. What the heck? That is cool. But all right, guys, that's all we're doing for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. As per usual, would love it if you guys could support your boy by dropping a like. Catch you in the next one.